Dear student and dear viewers, welcome in my class once again. This is Murtuja. Today I'm going to teach you about adolescence, which is very important stage in one's life, basically for the 11 and 12 classes students. Well, let's go to my class directly. You see here the class 11 and 12 and subject is English first paper, unit 5, lesson 2, and topic adolescence and some related problems in Bangladesh. So, dear viewers or dear students, you never find here the positive aspects of adolescence, though it's a very important part in one's life. Let's go to the learning outcomes. After we have studied these lessons, we will be able to learn or gather informations, answer questions, and comprehend the whole passage and enhance, of course, vocabulary. So get the ball rolling. What do you think about the picture? I hope the picture reflects child marriage and hence the frustration reveals on her face. The woman looks fully helpless and hopeless. See the next picture. What do you think about the picture? Do you find any scenario of the picture? The picture here shows that the husband has tortured on his wife before his children. The children have become fearful and the children are crying. So what we learn from these 2 points, these 2 photos, it certainly suggests that the child bride is not happy at all. Let's go to the topic. Well, adolescence. Adolescence is basically very important in one's life, a period in life from childhood to adulthood, a transitional stage of physical and psychological development that generally occurs during the period from puberty to legal adulthood. See the picture? In one's life, there are many stages, from baby to old age. Which stage is very important? The student, adolescent. So we will talk about today the negative aspects, the problem in adolescence. Let's go to the stages. You see the 5 stages. Basically it is 4 stages because of early childhood and later childhood almost the same. Just to be more clear, we make it different. The stages is infancy, early childhood, later childhood, adolescent, and finally adult. Let's go to see the ages or ages span. From birth to age 2 is called infancy. What we say early childhood, that's 3 to 8 years, and later childhood 9 to 12 years, and for adolescent 13 to 18 years. Now you see you are now class 11, so before going to start his school you have at least 6 years, and 11 years, 17 years, so you were like adolescent ages. So it's very important for you, my dear students. Be careful about this. And adolescent from 13 to 18 years. And finally the adult, 18 years plus. The grown up, almost grown up. Well, one more thing is that, my dear student, you should know about these sort of things according to the passage. Never take it the current situation and the before or past situation. It is fully basically from the according to the passage. What the question will come in your exam, you have to answer from the passage, not the other sources, not any other sources. Because what the information put in your textbook, you have to just directly answer from it. So we have learned here the stages. I'm repeating: infancy, early childhood, later childhood, adolescent, and finally adult. Let's go to the calculation of adolescent. We have calculation. What's calculation? How many adolescents in Bangladesh such type. So go to this. Total adolescent is in Bangladesh 28 million. My dear student, I'm repeating, it's for according to your text, not the current situation. So you have to answer from the text. So how many are girls and how many are boys? Let's see. Boys, 13.7 million boys. Girls, 14.3 million girls. So altogether, its total adolescent is 28 millions. Now, we have learned the calculation. So we have to learn the effects of inequality of adolescents. Inequality of adolescents. What's the inequality we find? Let's go. Child marriage. What do you child marriage? Child marriage, the marriage before grown up, before adult. It's child marriage. It has many complications, health complication and many other complications. And another thing is that after getting child marriage, you have to be marginalized in your last house because you have no demand in last house because you are not decision maker, you are not wage earner, and many things. So go to the exclusion from health opportunities. Exclusion from health opportunities. And another point is exclusion from economic opportunities. And another point is vulnerability to violence and carnal harassment finally. Exclusion from health opportunities, you have many health complications for the child marriage in early stage. And another thing is that you have education limitation. As you got married earlier, so you don't have any or little chances to be educated. And you don't have any job. As you are little educated, you don't have any enough paid salary job and many other things. So you are not earner in the family. When you are not earner, socially, it means that you are less valuable. And another thing, vulnerability comes anywhere else from any situation, and it turns into violence. And there is a problem. And finally, of course, needless to say that this is very important, that is carnal harassment in your society, in your family, and many where else. Well, we have know about the effects of inequality of adolescent. So let's go to the next point, that is marriage of adolescent. When you got married, then what will be? Let's see. And another point is that the marriage, when we have to, and what's the legal age? The legal age for marriage for girls, 18. Legal age for marriage, boys, 21. I'm repeating. It can be changed contemporary societies compared with, but it is basically from the text. Don't take it otherwise. And 33%, it is mentioned in the passage that 33% at the age of 15 become married. On the other hand, 60% at the age of 19 become mother. My dear student, how ridiculous. My dear student, how terrible the calculation is here. Before 15, someone got married. So how health risks can come? And 60% at the age of 19 become mother. Well, so what happened after getting married of adolescent? Think about this. Let's check the primary complications, the primary problems, and advanced problems. I have pointing out the two things after getting merit of adolescent, the primary merits and the advancement. First one, dropped out of school. Second one, engaged in working fully in law's house, marginalized in law's house, and included dowry-related violence. And another thing is that advanced level. So the four things we have got: drop out of school, engaged in working fully in law's house, marginalized in law's house, included dowry-related violence. Already I have discussed earlier. Well, go to the advanced level. Lost mobility, their friend and social status. Of course, you are not educated. You have no chance in economic opportunities. So how well you can be take parts in status and social status? So no one will bother you. No one will think about you. Because you have no status in society, and you will lost economic opportunities. And another advanced problem is that lost educational opportunities. After getting married, what is in our society, my dear student, think about this. After getting married, there is less chance in educational opportunities. Well, let's go for early marriage. Health of adolescent. What is the condition in health? The girls are undernourished. Another point is suffer from anemia. Anemia means shortness of blood, you say. Another one is neonatal mortality. Neonatal is newborn mortality, basically. So it can come anytime. Well, go for the threats of adolescent boys. Not only the girls, but also the boys. What are the threats? Well, let's check. First one, vulnerable. Second one, lack of decision making. Let's see. Whenever an adolescent girl has no education, and it's not important as he is going to rotten, so how well he can make decision in society, how well he can make decision in the family. And of course, he is unable to go to school. Another is he is fully unemployed. He has to bother the guardians. He has to think about the guardians. Another one, and he is unaware of social and health issues. Unaware of social and health issues. So there are a number of threats. You see the next one, involvement of criminal activities, when a boy, think about, he has no demand in the society and he has no money. So he has to do some criminal activities to take or to stay in the society. And finally, addicted to drug activities. So think about the friends of an adolescent boy. If he has no education, if he has no demand in the society, his friend will be the drug dealers, and he is fully addicted to drug activities. Well, and finally, we are in the passage before, after learning this video, of course, you will learn the text from learn the text and read out the passage of the text and learn some vocabulary, of course. Let's check the vocabulary. Vulnerability, it's noun and it means helplessness. Second one, violence. We get another word, it's violence. It is noun also and it means brutality. Next one, mobility. It's like elasticity and it's also noun. Another, curtail, that is reduce, lessen, it's verb. Another one, undernourished, that is adjective, I mean malnourished. And neonatal, it's newborn related, though neonatal is adjective, it's newborn baby. And we have already learned some vocabularies, important vocabulary. And let's go to the next word. Well, as I give you before that homework, and you think of the homework is you should write a paragraph. You know, today's topic is from English first paper. So I have given you the paragraph from your English first paper book. Write a paragraph on the curse of early marriage. You will prepare yourself in your home. And finally, thank you very much. Up to that, stay safe and stay at home. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.